the selfie of the moment, vaccine pictures. The pose of choice of many politicians is topless. So
you and me both, we've defo been there.
yeah, we're doing topless pictures. Yeah, maybe. So the debate brewing is top on or top off.
Or big bush.
That's bottom half.
Sorry.
Bottom half, Judy. Before you get riled, this isn't us saying this, it's Health Secretary Matt Hancock. Judy, in terms of getting dressed for the doctors, do you dress up?
Oh, no, of course I do. I turn up there looking hot. Like, I make sure everything is looking good, especially when I'm seeing certain health practitioners. Spider!
Oh, there's a spider on you, Judy, move.
I don't do spiders. I'm so sorry, we don't do spiders.
That is a brave spider.
How about you, Jane? Jane, when you had your vaccine done, did you dress up?
Well, no, not really, because I went to a chemist. It was really, really odd, and I didn't prepare for it at all. So I went just after lunchtime, and I love fish fingers, and I had fish fingers for lunch. So I turned up with, like, fishy breath. And literally, I was expecting a special room, you know, this, that, and the other. And I just literally put my arm over the counter at this chemist and had my vaccine done. I've still got my woolly hat on.
It's not there, I promise, it's not there. It's not there.
No, I'm adjusting my wedgie, babes. Sorry.
In terms of you, though, Paris, when it comes to you doing your appointments at the doctor, because, of course, you're pregnant, is it something that you think about in terms of dressing up?
I wouldn't dress up, but I think it's always nice to present yourself. Like, if you go to the doctors, it's nice to be fresh, dressed right. So I think if I was going like a baby scan, I'd wear a loose top so I could just easily lift it, get the scan done and come home. But as in to dress up, no, I'm not really too keen. Not for the docs.
Do you have to make sure that, your underwear, of course. I think with some of us, I remember one thing that my mum always said was, oh, no, stop sniffing
you've got to do that when you go to the doctor.
Oh, for goodness sake. No, because my mum would always say, be careful of what you're wearing underwear-wise, because you never know what might happen.
It's true, and I love a big boy.
In case you get hit by a horse.
Yeah, you just never know what you may well come up across. Do you think about your undies when you go for your smear test or what have you, Jane?
Yeah, and then you lie there and you say, oh, I'm really regretting that Vindaloo now. Don't you think?
I do think these are all the sort of things that you think about, I think, when you go to the doctors, right, Jude?
Yeah. No, listen, sorry, we got a I need to go. Where's the producer?
No, you're not. Honestly, it'll be fine. What will happen is that, look, we will clear up. When we do the competition, we'll make sure we get someone to come and have a look. And it is actually quite big day, to be fair.
Is it me or is it something a bit stinks in here?
It's probably me because, sorry.
Right, look, whilst we sort that out, let's get to the competition time again, because Jane, we're going to go to the competition now. Is that all right? So concentrate. Now, have you ever considered a chore strike? Well, one fed-up mum did. She posted on Twitter 2 days ago. Because she was beatboxing while she did it. I decided to stop doing the dishes. I make all the dinners and I'm tired of having to do all the cleaning as well. Because she found that the plates are piled up and she had a big boy who she loved. She goes, I do love my big boys, but the dishwasher was loaded and no one was turning it on. And one family member even started making tea with the baby spoon and actually used a rubber ducky even to make the tea. But thankfully, after 3 days, the house was finally cleaned. Have you ever gone on strike, Judy?
I have, definitely. And I love a big boy as well, especially my little one. He's grown up so big now. And sometimes they just frustrate me in the, you know, the teenage style and leave the place messy. And the other day they did it and I said, like, I'm completely not.
Sorry,
you're right, babes.
Sorry, I've got cramp. My bad.
It's all right, baby. And I said to myself, I'm not gonna, like, do any more work.
Yeah.
Let's go and get checked.
Sorry.
Can you walk it off for a little bit? No, is it those?
Sorry.
Because we're all in heels. We're all in heels, which we're not used to wearing because of lockdown. I mean, I've done it once before, like early on in my relationship. I think I actually stopped doing any kind of washing up or anything because I was fed up. But I mean, you've got a house full there, Paris. What is it that you do? I mean, myself, Charlene, I often do. I've done it not for a long time in terms of going on strike, but have you done it recently, Paris?
Yeah, well, I actually have... everybody's got their own jobs in the house. Everybody sort of helps. So that's how the house keeps running, the ship keeps sailing. But a few times I've got in a mood and I've said, I'm not doing nothing. And you know what? I'm not doing the dishes. And if they sit there till next week, I'll leave them. But then literally there's so many of us, like every meal, 7 plates, 7 cups and saucers. Like there's no plates left. So then literally I give up. I go back in and I do the dishes. And my big rant and rave was just a bit of like letting off steam just for me. because it doesn't work. So I'd give up on that.
Jane, I imagine that that with you down tools, you just down tools and it's done.
Well, it's kind of weird, actually, because Gary and I divvy up the chores quite well. I mean, there's things that he doesn't have a clue where the washing machine is at all, but, you know...
And does he get into a bit of a flap when you're doing it?
Occasionally, but, you know, we divvy it up quite well, and he doesn't do things that I do and vice versa. So am I boring you, love?
No, I didn't know, sorry. Sorry. It was a late night, so...
But I think it's almost... I think I'm very much
boy.
like you. We balance things up a lot more now, I think, later on in life, because I think that's the only way to kind of sustain any kind of normality in the house, isn't it?
Yeah.
You have to sustain it. You have to do what you've got to do, keep yourself moist and just don't get distressed and dried out. Do you know what I mean? That's what I think.
Well, yeah, because, you know, it can be quite drying to the skin, I think, when you live a bit of a stressful lifestyle, can't it?
Yeah,
Hang your skin completely.
Do your kids eventually just give in then, Paris?
No, they tell me they're doing it, and they literally will go to the bathroom if they're told to brush their teeth and play with a toothbrush rather than brush their teeth, or they'll pull the Hoover out, turn it on, and leave it sitting there
better out than
instead
in.
of hoovering the floor.
Yeah, so it's better out. I think sometimes with the kids, they think it's better out of the dishwasher than in, but actually, just stick it in there, really.
And you know what? What I do, if they get me upset, I just go 1, 2, 3. That's what you're going to do if you don't listen to me. Just what I'm saying.
That's true.
He's a taskmaster.
Very much a taskmaster. But, you know, I think when it comes to doing chores, whether it's your kids, whether it's your other half, you know, you kind of have got to do things in a fair way, right?
I suppose so, yeah. But it's about balance, isn't it? It's about, you know, being just, like, understanding amongst each other and just...
Loosey-goosey.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, loosey-goosey, and just kind of... Because it's all your home, isn't it? And that's what you want. You want everyone to just, you know, canoodle together and just get on.
Canoodle?
Well, chip in. If everybody chips in, it makes it easier.
Go on, Paris.
If everybody chips in, it makes it easier, but it's just finding that balance. See, I think it's good when they jump up and put the dishes in the dishwasher. Tyson will put a load of washing on. That makes my life a little bit easier.
Yeah, and I think in terms of what you were saying about Gary, I mean, that's not what you said earlier when it came to Gary, and then, you said that he does not like doing his fair share, Jane.
Yeah, well, he does. I lied.
What is that smell?
Does he?
Huh?
What's that smell?
Is it the same one I smelled earlier?
I'm glad I'm not in the studio for that smell.
Oh, it's not a good one at all. Look, we'll be out of here in a second, then hopefully the rest of the studio team.
Discombobulated today.
I know, it's a bit of a weird one at the end, isn't it, really? The last topic that we're kind of discussing today. It's what? Are you still going to still smell that smell?
No, the smell is absolutely bad. Absolutely out of this world.
All right, well, I think
I'm in shock.
perhaps we need to, like, pull the cord and get out of here in that case, really, because sadly, that's all we've got time for today. We're back.